Look at this. What is this thing? Tell me about it.
94 R32 GTR. I'll have a video of me cleaning it up.
Just fire it up and really let it build that oil pressure. What's going on, Stein Fab crew? I don't really know what I'm doing. I was supposed to be filming a different video this week, but that's how life goes for me. Stuff just changes. I got this thing 99% done. This is the engine I pulled out on Monday when I had my wisdom teeth pulled. This is the new motor out of a 2017. Here's the old one. This car is a 2011. You can swap the newer motors in. The early ones had oil consumption issues, but if you do think about doing it, the ports are different, crank trigger is different, cam tone rings are different. So all in all, it's a lot of work, but it's worth getting rid of the oil consumption issues of the early models. The early FBs had piston ring issues, much like the Audis of the same years. Like my dad's Audi. Audi warranted that motor and I put a tranny in it, and I hate Audis. I'm a Beamer boy. That car's done. It's ready to fire up. It just needs a battery. But someone just posted another for a really good price. And what sells cars is miles. That silver one has 100. The one just posted has 104. It is a turbo. I hate turbos. I'm gonna go look at it. If the deal's right, I'll take it. I'm back in the Tundra right now. I forgot how damn good this Tundra pulls. It's just hard when cars don't run. That winch works. You got to jump straight to it because Harbor Freight made their cable out of stuff that just turns to powder. As to why I'm not in the tow truck, we'll get into that in the next video. That's the video I was supposed to be filming this week. She broke, but it should be back up and running very soon. Let's go look at this car. It's an hour away up in Espanola. Do I need another pile of crap to fix? No. But do I need cash to buy storage or build a fence or do something to get the county off my ass? Yeah. None of these are the key for this truck. I'll be right back. Correct key. Now, you never want to drive your Toyota hard when it's cold, so you got to be sure to warm it up correctly. This one's nice and cold. Just fire it up and fucking really let it build that oil pressure. Now we're good to go. Let's hit it. That's how you clear out the cobwebs. First up, I sold a heap of shit this morning. Tried to sell it with my Tacoma title, I guess. Here's the correct title. I'm gonna go deliver this, and then we will continue on the way. I was in such a rush, I just remembered I forgot my jump pack. There's one that stays in the tow truck. This is not the tow truck. Well, this is the backup tow truck. So the thing better start, or else I'm just not gonna buy it. I got that title delivered, secured that bag. Now we're on track to Espanola. I told her 11:30, so I'm right on track. Just another day hustling. Didn't realize I was doing like 20 over the whole time. This Tundra tows so much better than the tow truck. But the tow truck has a winch and makes everything else easier. And it has power. This thing struggles once you load it down. How can I left turn here? What's going on? Gotta go right and then do a U-turn, it looks like. This construction is a crap show right now. There it is. Let's go see what's up with it.
So if you can see, I had just put brand new tires on it.
Did you?
And I drove it to Colorado and I blew the turbo.
Okay, so who put a new turbo on it?
Well, I had different mechanics working on it.
Definitely turbo, air pump. Let's see if we can see anything on the turbo. Looks like a turbo. I messed up not bringing jump cables. Okay, let's see the miles. That's mostly what I'm concerned about. 125. Has this, which is cool. Steering wheel controls. Not too bad. Decently clean. See if it starts. Oof. has oil pressure. Definitely has a misfire.
I would get my stuff out of the way because it's gonna stink.
Ah, it's okay. Let's see what that sound is. Oh, that turbo's smoked. Okay. It has 125 on it, not 104, but that's still acceptable for me. 1500, would you do any less, or are you pretty...
I'm kind of set at that because of my tires.
I'm gonna take this $1,500 gamble and see if I can slap a turbo on it. If that fails, motor comes out, timing belt, head gaskets, the whole 9 yards, complete reseal. But as of right now, I think I can just pop a turbo on it. Very nice lady, and she did just put new tires on this, so I didn't want to, you know, I asked if she'd take less. If the situation didn't feel the way it did, I would have been like $1,000, $1,000, but she's very nice, so, and brand new tires. Leather, big sunroof, screen, steering wheel knobs. Ooh, look at those pedals. This thing should be the hustle of this week. I probably should have gone a little further forward, but the car's off now, so hopefully I have some tongue weight. Here we are, all loaded down, just doing my brake check. Got brake lights. Not the best brake lights, but they're there. Enough to get me out of a ticket. Pretty clean car overall. Since I'm up in Espanola, I'm gonna hit up my boy Trevor and see if he wants to grab some food. Then we're gonna move into fixing this thing.
What's up, bro?
Yo, what's up, boy? What are you doing?
Not much at my house.
Nice. What are we eating?
Huh?
What are we eating?
I just ate, bro.
Nice. Well, should I come say what up?
Yeah, where you at?
I'm in España, brother.
Yeah, I'm here.
There's one of my stitches from my wisdom teeth. They're dissolvable. I felt something rattling around my mouth. That's one of them. Damn, my boy got the lineup. And this thing's sick. I bet he's taking it to No Coast. What's up, boy? How you doing?
Good, good.
Good. I just bought another car.
Yeah, I know. My neighbors are gonna think I'm getting a new car.
Hell yeah, brother. Where you want me to put your new car?
No, I'm good. Thank you.
Damn, boy, got the rollback? Ah, I'm so sad mine's blown up right now. How much of this can I post on my YouTube, bro?
All of it. Whatever.
All of it?
We'll
Bro,
have. I mean,
the silver
yeah,
one
we
back
can
there.
tease it.
This is my buddy Trevor. He sold me my first manual transmission for my S14 when I was 15. So 16 years ago. Just look at some of the stuff we got around here.
All the junk, bro.
We've been the ones hoarding all the 240s and driving the prices up. And that thing. So, I'm going to show you guys this, but you got to do something for me. Go to his YouTube channel, 369 Garage, subscribe. And we'll motivate him. This is a barn find. You guys are going to trip. This thing is like the abandoned ones in Japan. Look at this. What is this thing? Tell me about it.
94 R32 GTR. B-spec. It's decent. It looks pretty terrible right now, but I'll have a video of me cleaning it up and doing the troubleshooting with the issue it has. So we'll see.
This thing's badass. T37s. Damn, bro. That tire is sad.
Yeah, I need to take the wheels off and use them at No Coast.
Get my boy to what? How many subscribers you want? 20,000? Get him to 20,000. You know only 4 people watch my videos, right?
It's okay. I only have 4 subscribers, so.
Oh, but look at this. This is why you guys can't buy 240s cheap. Don't make me go back there. This thing was parked with an uncracked dash. How long has it been back here?
I don't want to know.
Yeah, it kills my soul.
It used to be
That
perfect.
thing was perfect. New Mexico sun is no joke. Between me and him, we have what? Probably like 20?
At least.
20 240s. And we're not selling them. Oh, dude. His rollback makes mine look like the biggest pile of crap. Got the wheel lift, nice steel flatbed.
Low, wide enough for a vet.
Yeah. What do we got in here?
A mess.
What's that?
That's an 03 Cobra, bud.
Terminator.
Terminator, baby.
That thing's sick. Duramax. Cummins.
5.3 Colorado. Don't forget the Colorado.
Oh yeah, this used to be the tow rig, right? That's like me, man. I'm back to the Tundra right now. All reliable. I totally glazed over this one. This is the OG.
OG shit box.
Every 240, man, get that hood tap. Now this thing is a KA24E.
Single slammer.
Single slammer life.
16 valve.
Slow as
All steel, baby.
I do love my Tundra. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and catch up with my buddy. We'll see you guys when we get this thing back to the house. Let this truck live at Redline and it does not care. It's so great. Still going. 2UZ power. That's why this motor is going in my Tacoma. That Tundra's a champ. Made it back no problem. So it's time for me to eat. Got 2 hot dog buns left, so we'll hit it with these. Boom. And then snack on some Italian sausage. These will probably be ready in an hour. So I'm gonna button that one up, get it out of here. Hell yeah. Dogs and sausages are done. FB25 Subaru, done. The thing about these turboed Subarus is when they lose the turbo, all the metal goes into the oil pan and then they rod knock. So I was gonna get nitty gritty, down and gritty. I was just gonna get shit car flipper and throw a turbo on this. I'm afraid that that's gonna cost me a motor. Right now, the motor doesn't knock. Now, if you're thinking, Colin, why are you buying more and more cars? You're supposed to be getting rid of them. You know how I told you guys I was liquidating all my inventory I don't want? I've had this VF40 turbo on the shelf since March 13th, 2023. I also went ahead and sold my beater Rover that I was gonna turn into an off-road rig. I bought that thing for 300 bucks and it's just been my storage unit. I saw this FB25 for 500 shipped with tax in September of 2023. That was such a steal of a deal. I couldn't pass it up. In order to sell that Rover, I needed to get the FB25 out, so I had to buy this one. So yes, it looks kind of chaotic around here, but I am cleaning up, I promise. Based on how bad I hear that turbo and how much smoke I see, plus there's kind of a misfire, I don't want to risk metal in the oil pan and rod knocking this. It makes more sense for me to pull it out. The turbo is way easier to do off the car, and then I'll drop the pan and replace it with a new one, make sure there's no metal in it. At that point, I can inspect the timing components, and I might just do head gaskets as well. I really, I don't know. I just don't know when to stop with these stupid things, because they're Subarus. They're always blown up, and I don't like selling crappy Subarus, so you just have to do everything. So maybe I should just get down and dirty and throw a turbo on it in car and see if it works. Okay, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna drain the oil. Let's look at the oil and see how it looks. I always use a super clean pan when I'm trying to inspect oil and determine what to do on a motor. say it.
Well, I pulled the valve cover off, and I pulled one of the camshaft bearing caps, and it looks good to go. So I'm just gonna do chains on it.
Dude, why'd you have to scare me like that? Sweet, man, that is great news. The 528 sedan that I got out of here, it was right here where the Bobcat and Rex are now. Oh, just needs timing chains. That's good because my 2015 X3 has a smoked head from the oil pump chain dropping. Anyway, as you guys can tell, I got massive amounts of stuff going on. Trying to get stuff out of here. Let's take a look at this oil. That is a massive amount of glitter in there. That's all metallic flakes. I don't know what to do now. It's not knocking. I think it needs to come out, and the pan needs to be changed. And then the turbo needs to be assessed. The VVT, sorry, let me think of the names of these. VVT, variable valve timing. Yeah, the VVT filters, you need to delete those. So I got to pull all the banjo bolts, delete those, and assess the turbo. So motor's coming out. The good thing about that is, check this out. It's 602.
Well,
836, got her out. That was really hard. I'm never buying a turbo again. It's amazing how often I see people say this O-ring's leaking, and it's almost never leaking. It just looks like it because everybody spills oil. I thought the valve cover was leaking, but it looks like it was just poured down. Rear main, minimal leak. We'll change it since we're here. Turbo, the drain. I think they damaged the crap out of it. Oh yeah, that's electrical taped. Turbo. This allegedly is a brand new turbo. And it's about to shit the turbine down the downpipe. It's probably just not getting oil because the VVL filter is clogged from all the metal going through this thing. This has been hard. 2.5 hours. I could have pulled 2 NA motors in that time. There was one bolt that took me half an hour that should have taken me 30 seconds. And look at that. That thing was about to break. Normally it's not a big deal, but there's a downpipe in the way. It was this bolt right here. You know what's not going back in? This bolt. Getting this oxygen sensor out took me 20 minutes, which should have taken me 3. Ended up having to pull the heat shielding and nothing would fit because of this nut. So I had to pull this nut to get on here. And you want to pull that because it's so tight to the frame rail. You don't want to break a $150 oxygen sensor over not pulling it. I unplugged this front coil pack. This one was just disconnected, so we had a misfire here. I went to disconnect this oxygen sensor, and this was not plugged in. This is a coil pack. But that's definitely where a misfire was. And the timing belt, let's see how that looks. This thing's almost brand new. Someone's definitely been in here. It doesn't really look like they did the water pump to me. I'll get further in here, give it a full inspection, then decide if I'm gonna do head gaskets. I'm gonna go ahead and put this on that engine stand, put it inside, and then tear it down a little bit and assess it. As much as this was supposed to be a down and dirty, quick flip, quick money, there are certain times where it's better to put a little more into it. I'm gonna trailer that other Subaru to town right now, drop it off to be detailed, and we'll see you guys in the morning and see exactly what this EJ255 is getting. So I now have a better game plan. It's not getting head gaskets. I was scared that the misfire was head gaskets being blown, but it was just that coil pack being unplugged. The timing belt's definitely been changed, but that's all they changed. That's the original water pump and timing kit. This bearing sounds like it's about to explode. I have a good timing kit that I took off a motor with like 10K I built. It might have exploded. Good timing kit. I've got the turbo all ready to go in. I had to clock it and do a bunch of weird stuff. There's the old one. The front main seal was not even in. That's why it was leaking. I got scared that there might be positive crank pressure pushing it out. Progress is good. I'm going to go ahead and just button all this back up, I decided not to drag the motor inside because it only needed a little work done. I brake cleaned all this, put the front main in. I got the oil pan changed yesterday so that I could let the sealant really set up. I've seen worse. I just don't want that in the motor, especially look down there. Yeah, that's where the chunks, oh. Didn't use my brain there. Pure metal. Let's see what we got down in there. Oh yeah, look at this. Those are pieces of the turbo. That is what I didn't want in the motor. You can do this pan in the car, but between the pan, the turbo, and everything, it's easier out. Now there's still oil residue in the engine, so I'm gonna tilt it like this, spray brake clean this way so it washes down, and then I'll tilt it the other way, do the same. Check it out. And yeah, that's where it's at right now. I'm gonna do a little work, pop it back in. Got the package all buttoned up. Front main, timing kit, water pump has been changed. You can see that right there. I didn't end up deleting this banjo filter because I just couldn't get to it, but the other one's more critical because it feeds to the turbo. Right now it is loaded up with premium SuperTech 1040. Got a SuperTech filter. We'll talk about why in a few. Turbo is on. For the up pipe, I reversed the bolts. They were coming down this way. I put them this way, then I will have room to get the oxygen sensor in. Coil pack, it's actually plugged in. The last thing to do on this is change the rear main, but that won't be done till it's going in. Normally I'd pressure wash all this. I really probably should pressure wash all this. I'm not gonna pressure wash all this. I lost a whole day of filming due to having to deal with some stuff this weekend, as far as I have access to shops certain days where they're closed. So that's where my priorities kind of had to go. So it's 12:09. Let's see how long it takes me to get this package in. All done. Let's fire this bad boy up. Took me a little longer than I thought because I had a business meeting. Oh, that's hot. Okay, Subarus, you gotta stay 15 seconds before you fire them. They'll just crank, so don't do that. Low pressure right away. Okay. What did you not like? Obviously, we're gonna have smoke in all the exhaust still. That's a lot of smoke. But I'm not worried about that. Sounds good. Little misfiery. That's okay though. There was a lot of oil going through in that intake. Maybe I'll just rev it up a little bit. Ooh, she doesn't want to rev. There we go, look at that. This is oil. Gotta burn it off. She's one smoky girl. I'm gonna make sure coolant's up to spec, and then we will go to the oil flush sequence that I'm gonna run. That's why we got the Walmart special oil going on. I got 2 more Walmart filters, then a Fram, and some 540 Castrol. Step 1, I'm gonna let it idle. Idling for 5 minutes will hopefully get all the oil out and through the filter. Time for filter number 2 and a quick headlight polish. The headlights came out damn good for what they are. They're kind of cracked. You have to come up close to see. They do kind of need to be replaced, but this is a flip car, so that looks a million times better. Step 2 in the oil flush is I'm gonna put 50 miles on the oil and the filter, and then we'll give it a change. So that is town and back. Test drive, let's see if this thing blows up. Oh, whoa. It's like boost, then no boost. And we got a lot of smoke behind us. Of course I forgot a scanner, so we're gonna need it because I forgot it. That is smoked out behind us. Watch what happens when I floor it. It's like James Bond. Oh my God. I really hope that's residual because that's a lot of smoke. Like a lot. I'm scared. This seems like too much smoke to me. I think the ring lands are done. It should have stopped smoking out the back by now. That's so much smoke. Let's go ahead and see how the oil's looking, the level. Halfway. Unfortunately, I didn't check the oil level after. I just pour 5 quarts in and call it good. That generally sets them right. So I'm gonna just rev the shit out of it and see if the oil level drops or if the smoke stops. One of the two. Call me crazy, I think the smoke's getting better. So we'll go for another test drive. Yeah, I don't think that's getting better. Well, that is the fail of the week, not the flip of the week. This thing needs ringlands. The pistons are cracked. It was smoking so bad, like so bad. And I passed the sheriff and was like, oh no, I'm getting pulled over. But I didn't. But yeah, she's done. That's oil dripping out the exhaust. When I assumed that this was gonna work, I was gonna let you guys know that most mechanics will quote this as an engine because they don't want to charge you $2 to $3 grand to do a turbo. The part alone is $1,500. And then they put a turbo on it, and then the motor's toast, and then you're pissed at them for charging them $2 to $3 grand, then quoting you 10 racks for a motor. I was gonna agree with their diagnostic as to just put an engine in it and say, I got lucky. But guess what? I didn't get lucky. And that actually does amuse me. There was someone that commented on the 4Runner video, like, an alternator fuse. Of course, it happens to a YouTuber. There's a field of stuff that didn't go right. So just because I got lucky on that 4Runner doesn't mean I always get lucky. The good part is this car's super clean, drives great, brakes straight, new tires. I took the seat covers off and there's a rip, and the stupid TPMS light is on. The guy from the county came by when I was popping the motor in this and we chatted a bit, and he said, at least there's progress. There was progress. Now I'm gonna go park this in the field somewhere. This is flipping cars. You get bit. That's why I prefer low budget investments. There is the argument that if you buy a better car for like $3-4 grand that just needs a turbo, it will just need a turbo. But honestly, the owners don't really know anything, and they'll swear to you that it's perfect. It just needs a turbo, just needs a radiator, just needs tires, and it's almost never true. So as much as this sucks, I hope it's a lesson to some of you. Be careful, make smart decisions. Make sure to keep your assets diversified enough to where if one bites you, you have 4 more that won't bite you. You know, I say that, and I currently have about 4 biting me behind the scenes that you guys don't know about. But hey, that's life. Anyway, I am gonna order pistons for this thing. It would be really smart for me to rip apart the motor before, because I've ordered pistons for one before, then pulled it apart and it was bored 20 over. I'm really glad I didn't do the head gaskets, because then I would have done head gaskets for nothing, or I would have been able to see the scoring in the cylinders and that would have told me the ringlands were broken. I don't know. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Rest in peace, little Subaru. I'm a bimmer boy. Now that I got boned on the hustle of the week, I'm gonna have to buy that thing. It's been sitting at this dealership for like 2 years. And I can get a good price on it. I already talked to him. Next time. Yo, you're just making it mad. Kill it. Oh. Yo, if that thing lands on me, I'm pulling the blicky out. Hell no.